Hello everyone, Sandman here, and today I realized I wasn't doing my channel justice or the inner weeb in me justice if I didn't talk about anime at some point. So today I'm going to talk about an anime that's pretty special to me and also breeded the most obnoxious and over the top fan base ever. That's JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So earlier this year, news broke out of part 6 getting animated, and I thought to myself this would be the best time to talk about this. To properly illustrate my love for the show, I need to start from the beginning. So the story starts way back in 2017, and I was literally in my first year at the Colbert University, and a friend of mine made me join this anime WhatsApp group, right? Anime and manga. And yeah, a whole bunch of people around Zambia, fellow weebs, just talking about anime that they like and stuff. So I can't lie, I was the major thing that made me watch it or jump on the series was peer pressure. I mean, there were these guys, El Elliot and Dio Enigma, who talk about this JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and then just like blatantly talk about like this is a great thing, you know, they're hyping it up and stuff. By the way, I have to shout out these guys. El Elliot, that's actually Malindi. I'm sure you guys are quite aware of her at this point. Go give her a follow, subscribe. Yeah, she's a really cool person. And Dio, who we used to call Dio, Patrick, Mr. Patrick right here. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. Give my nigga Patrick a follow. And they would frequently use the references and like, oh, it's a JoJo reference and stuff, and I was like, Nange, you know, it's just those are the major reasons why I jumped onto it. From random poses to Dio lifting a road roller, whatever, you know, stuff. And then I was like, you know, this show looks wacky enough for me to jump on it. Okay, so part 1, right? Phantom Blood, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was the first part of first season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and it focused on Jonathan Joestar, right? This New England character and everything. And to be honest, looking back now, it's not really one of my favorite parts. It was a really good storytelling though. Really short, but I loved how compact the story was, and I think one of the strongest parts was the whole dynamic between Jonathan and Dio, these brothers. Well, not really blood brothers, but then how they interacted with each other. I won't really to go too much into the plot because I mean I don't want to spoil for you guys, but it was something using Hamon and Zeppeli guy teaching how to use Hamon and all these villains and vampires and stone masks, and it was something. And I know most of you who started will be like, I'm gonna drop this show, but I mean, just keep going, man. They're gonna get rewarded. But yeah, part 2, Battle Tendencies, right? Looking back at it, this is a part I really feel fondly of. I mean, it had one of the best characters in my opinion in the show, Joseph Joestar, who was, I think, Jonathan's grandson. I think this is one thing I really love about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures to start with, is how they link characters, you know, like they're all part of this huge big family, the Joestars, and every new part starts with this member of the family and how they maneuver things. And I think this is how the show really stays fresh, to be honest. I mean, I love Joseph. Joseph was a really cool guy. I mean, so laissez-faire, really funny. And I think part 2 had like some of the strongest characters as well. This is Van Stroheim, the German dude. Caesar Zeppeli, Joseph's bestie, I like to call him. And the Pillarman. The Pillarman, oh my goodness, this was a trio, right? But all these over the top bad guys, man, in underwear. They had this really weird theme song whenever they got on screen, and I mean, at first I was like, huh? But they grew on me. I can't lie, they grew on me, and I found myself like bobbing my head whenever they would come on screen. And I think this is a part that really rewards you for watching or for staying this long, because the story was, in my opinion, one of the best stories Though still Hamon, I mean, just do the whole Asian Kung Fu Hamon, whatever. But the stakes were really high in this one, and I think a lot of you will like this. We will love part 2. Yeah. So, part 3 now. The Stardust Crusaders, as it's called, in my opinion, is the best part of JoJo's, or the entire show. Right, this is the best. I know I'm gonna say the best because I really love this show. I don't think I have a part I hate. The part that ranks last to me is still really decent, in my opinion. But yeah, this is the best part, and it's because I think this is when Araki finally found his feet with what he wanted to do to the show. Because I mean, the first 2 parts were those vampires, whatever's Hamon, ancient Kung Fu and stuff like that. But I feel like with the introduction of stands in part 3, don't ask me to explain it, some messed up shit, like some manifestation of what a character's psyche is, something like that. Like, it's not like it's just random powers that everyone had, and I like the range of how many various powers you can have. Like, some guy literally had the stand that could make a boat, a gun. I mean, just all these random powers that you can use. And with this, he managed to move the show into this completely different direction. And every episode was like this huge detective find, like trying to discover what the enemy stand is, and then how you can stop the enemy. Yeah, and I mean, Jotaro was the coolest character in the show, hands down. And this macho Japanese. I mean, this guy literally used to swear at his mom in the beginning, but the character development on him as well is really evident. I mean, the Jotaro at the end of part 3 is completely different from the one you started. I mean, the show or part 3 literally explored friendships, bonds, weirdest characters, you name it, it had it. And I think this was the driving force for the entire series. I mean, going forward, we've been using stands ever since. And yeah, the best part, in my opinion. Part 4 of JoJo. Diamond is unbreakable, right? Yeah, follows Josuke Higashikata, right? I think this one catered more to fans who love slice of life anime. I mean, to still action, to still had the mature themes and stuff, but this one was like one of the first times it was all around the same town. Let's say, like, we kept exploring all the different characters who lived in Morio, which is this place where they were staying, right? So it had that whole slice of life DNA in it. I mean, you go to this guy, you talk to these guys, and it built this whole bond of family and friendship amongst all the characters that they introduced. And towards the end, I mean, you literally knew almost everyone, and they all worked together to stop the main bad guy. But I won't go into too much, but yeah, this is a really good part. Most people don't like it because of the whole, slice of life themes and stuff, or it's not amongst people's faves. But I really liked it, and yeah, it's a good one. If you really love slice of life anime, I would really advise you to watch this part. Yeah, I really appreciate Araki's boldness for taking this part into this whole different direction. I mean, he just showed how determined he is to do what he wants to do with the show, and seeing them exploring smaller problems and mysteries amongst the townfolk. With a greater threat in the background, obviously, but we were like building towards that. It was really nice to watch, and I really appreciate it. Part 5, Golden Wind, right? Which is before now. I mean, I'm recording this as part 6 is out, so it was the previous season. I think it came out 2019, somewhere there. Follows Giorno Giovanna I don't wanna go too deep into his origins. It's part of the plot, and yeah, I might end up spoiling it for some of you. But it centers around him trying to become a mafia, right? He's into this, gangster shit in early 2001 Italy. Yeah, and it's almost kind of a refreshing moment because he made us see the show from a different point of view. Like, I think for the first time, although was a main villain, obviously, but it didn't really feel like good versus evil this time around. It felt more like just two adversaries battling it out, and obviously Giorno had some. It was more on the right side, like, even though, in whatever sense you can look at it, but yeah, he was like the good version, but they were both not good guys. And yeah, just the struggles around trying to be the top dog in Italy, and he had a team and the whole friendship bonds. I think that's a major theme amongst the show, just friendship bonds, working towards something, and yeah, it's a good one as well. So in conclusion, right, I really love this show. It's become special to me at this point, and also I like how they keep changing the locale. I mean, we went from early England in the 1800s to the 20th century in America, Japan in 1960 or 70, somewhere there, to Morio. All of it. Part 3 was started in Japan. They went to Egypt. Part 4 is in Japan, Morio. Part 5 is in Italy, right? And then the latest part 6 is America again. So just the whole changing of locations really helps this thing stay new, stay fresh, keep us engaged. And I really appreciate the writers for doing that. Part 6, I have already read the manga. Yeah, when I finished part 5, I was like really hooked at that point, and I needed to keep this continue the story, so I did read the manga, and I kind of know the plot so far, but I'm still gonna watch the anime. I mean, as I'm recording this right now, I have just finished watching episode 1, part 6, and yeah, I love it, and I'll keep going. Thanks for watching this video, and if you love this type of content, feel free to stay, like, subscribe, comment. If you want me to keep having these voiceover type videos, yeah, thanks.
Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.